12 Best Places to Visit in London. Today, London is one of the most diverse cities in the world, with a rich history extending over 2,000 years. There is evidence of humans stretching back all the way to the Bronze Age, but it was originally founded by the Romans. Its original name was Londinium. London's rich history is evident all over the city. You can't walk anywhere without tripping over something famous. Let's explore the best places to visit in London. Enjoy in Hyde Park. London is a very busy city. Sometimes it can get overwhelming. Hyde Park is perfect to escape the city noise. In the summer, you can feed the ducks, go for a swim, and go boating in the lake. It's hard to believe you're actually in London. The park was originally established in 1536 by King Henry VIII, which he used as a hunting ground. In the 18th century, Hyde Park was used for duels among the upper class, with 172 duels taking place, 63 ending in death. Free speech is a huge part of the culture at Hyde Park, with Speaker's Corner being the home of debates and free speech since 1872. Open the oldest door in Westminster Abbey. If you adore traditional Gothic architecture, then Westminster is the place to go. Dating back to 1200, it was once a church. This is where all British kings and queens are coronated since William the Conqueror in 1066. Displayed in the Abbey is King Edward's chair, the throne used in every royal coronation since 1308. Additionally, many famous people are buried here, including late actors, scientists, and prime ministers. Among those buried or commemorated there are Jane Austen, Sir Isaac Newton, and Charles Darwin. Flight with a glass of champagne on the London Eye. Arguably the most recognizable and famous landmark in all of London. It's 130 meters tall and one of the biggest Ferris wheels in the world. A full trip around the wheel takes about an hour. You can take a trip at all times of the day, but the best time is at night. Seeing the city lit up is a jaw-droppingly beautiful experience. There are 32 glass pods on the wheel, giving you a full panoramic view of London. If you really want to feel fancy, you can book a private pod and order a glass of champagne to drink while admiring the view. A fun challenge in Soho. Soho is the best place to stay when visiting London. It is one of the most vibrant areas of the city and is famous for its nightlife. Strangely, in the 1990s, statues of noses started popping up. Artist Rick Buckley eventually took credit for them, but there are 7 altogether. A fun challenge is to see how many you can find. Karl Marx also lived in Soho for a short time, along with Mozart and Charles Dickens. Not together, of course. Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. It is a reconstruction of the Globe, where Shakespeare wrote his plays. The original Globe was built in 1599, and the modern Globe is said to be extremely accurate. Plays here are performed just like they were in Shakespeare's time. You can either sit on wooden benches or stand. You can even purchase a pillow to sit on. It is interesting to know that as a young writer, Shakespeare bought 12.5% shares in the Globe Theatre and benefited financially as his popularity grew. Impressive Buckingham Palace. One of the most famous British landmarks, it's the home of the British monarchy. Can you even say you visited London without seeing the home of Queen Elizabeth II? You know a member of the royal family is at the palace when the Union Jack is flying. The original parts of this historic building date back to the 1700s and boast an impressive 770 rooms. The stunning staterooms are open to visitors during the summer, and the royal gardens are an absolute must-see. Discover the ghosts of Tower of London. Built in the 1000s by the Normans under orders from William the Conqueror, Over the years, it has taken many forms: a fortress, prison, royal palace, a mint, and a zoo. It is also rumored to be haunted by the previous prisoners that were kept there. It is said that Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII, beheaded for treason, walks the corridors. It is also believed that if the ravens leave the tower, the building will collapse. The Tower of London is the home to the crown jewels, guarded by beefeaters. Other highlights include the famous Crown Jewels exhibition, the Royal Mint, and gruesome exhibits about the executions that took place on the grounds. The Bloody Tower presents stories of ancient torture, and you can learn about the mystery of two princes who disappeared many years ago. 13 million artifacts of the British Museum. One of the largest museums in the world, with around 8 million pieces displayed. The British Museum contains more than 13 million artifacts from the ancient world. Artifacts from all around the world can be found here. Most tourists head first for the museum's most famous exhibits: the controversial Elgin marbles from the Parthenon, the Rosetta Stone, the colossal bust of Ramses II, the Egyptian mummies, and the spectacular hoard of 4th century Roman silver known as Mildenhall treasure. It was built in the 1700s. It is the perfect way to spend a few hours, and it's free. Take a trip to the top of the Shard. The Shard is the tallest building in the UK and one of the top 5 tallest buildings in Europe, standing at 310 meters. Situated next to the Thames River, it hosts the best views of the city. It's an impressive building and definitely a must-see when visiting London. It has the highest viewing platform to take in the metropolitan views. On a clear day, you can see over 60 kilometers. There are many restaurants and bars inside. All of them offer the most incredible panoramic views over London. Walk along the well-known streets. Baker Street is the home to London's most famous address. It is a real street that you can visit. If you're a big enough fan, there is a Sherlock Holmes museum at 221B Baker Street, where Holmes's rooms have been recreated. Oxford Street is the world's largest high street, with 1.5 miles of shopping. There are also more than 500 restaurants within a 5-minute walk. There are over 500,000 shoppers daily, and has been named the busiest shopping street in Europe. Go through the wall to the platform 9 3/4. Many people around the world know King's Cross. This is the station that Harry Potter uses to journey to Hogwarts. Now you can visit platform 9 3/4 in real life, in King's Cross Railway Station. Stand with a luggage trolley disappearing magically into the wall, and have your photo taken to commemorate your wizarding journey forever. Don't forget to wear house colors. The store where millionaires do shopping. Harrods is one of the largest department stores in Europe. The store has 8 floors showcasing the finest products in food, fashion, homeware, and technology. It occupies 5 acres of land and has 330 departments spanning 100,000 square meters. On peak days, over 300,000 people visit, and there are 5,000 staff working there. For a luxury shopping experience, Harrods is the place to visit. In fact, this is only a small part of London's attractions from their huge number. I wonder what sights you would like to see in London. Write in the comments, and we'll tell you about them in new videos.